Welcome back. We're out on our west patio because it's so beautiful these days, and a lot of us want to be close to the earth, but container gardening is about all most of us can manage. Phil Steinhauer of Designscapes, Colorado is here to fill us in on Container Gardening 101, the absolute basics. And Phil, you say we can do this in 5 easy steps.
Yes. First off is choose your container. These days there's so many different types of materials, from a clay terracotta pot like this. We're actually going to be planting in a plastic one today that looks like it's a clay pot. But really the most important thing in any container is having drainage. So you want to make sure, as this one has a hole in the bottom, that you have a hole in the bottom for drainage. If not, you need to drill a hole into it, and they make special bits at the hardware store. So then your next step, after you choose a container, you want to put like a rock or something just over the hole to allow your drainage to go through and not all your soil. And then the next step is to purchase a soil. These have already been filled for the essence of time, but you want to fill your container about 1/3 full. And again, don't use your garden soil. Buy some potting soil. It's specially formulated and will work much better. So after you've done that, you're ready to kind of start to look at what plants you want to put in. And kind of an easy rule is you want to kind of start to look at plants by their shape. So again, our first kind of plant, and you have one there, is a maidenhair grass. And you can see this kind of has a tall, spiky foliage. And we're going to use that as our centerpiece for the pot. So I think if you can pull yours out, Bertha, we'll just start kind of building one of these pots.
Okay.
And it's always a good idea to kind of loosen the bottom right there, just as these roots have been going around, and just break that up, and that'll allow the roots to get in to the soil quicker. And then let's put that right in the center. So we're going to build from the outside in.
Okay.
And you can see this is right really where we want our soil to end up. So you're perfect.
About an inch down from the rim.
Yep.
Okay, we have 2 minutes.
Okay. Then our next is this. We have a hot pink geranium, and we're going to use this as our mid-level. And so that you can see this has a little bit more of a rounded growth habit.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that around our spike. And let's put one of those on each side of our grass.
Okay.
And don't worry about getting it too much, because we'll put soil in after we're done. That's why we built it down 1/3, so that we can kind of set these things in. And then loosen up your bottom just a little. That's perfect. Just kind of tickle the bottom is a good way to.
Tickling the bottom. Very good.
And then now we have a super tunia, and I think you have one over there in front of you, Bertha.
Yeah.
And this one is again going to be a little bit more of a mounding. So I'm going to put that right in front as again kind of a centerpiece to the pot, and just set it in there. You don't have to be too fussy about getting him, because we'll put dirt.
And that's going to trail over the front. That is so pretty.
Yeah, and
Last minute.
Okay.
What can we do in a minute, Phil?
Well, let's put a trailing petunia and a trailing verbena.
Okay.
So
I think
maybe
I'll just leave them in the pot and show people how they would look.
Exactly. So let's set that in there.
And you're not opposed to mixing pinks and reds and that sort of thing?
No, I think there's really, I don't think, any rules when you do this. It's more about shape and texture.
And what about this?
And this is actually an ornamental kale. And
okay.
Again, think about foliage when you do that, and that's actually one of those biodegradable containers, so you can just stick that right in like that.
It'll grow, the roots will grow right through the bottom.
So we've got the silver of the kale, and then let's just stick in right here
and that also
a sweet potato vine, and so we've got some foliage texture, and that will hang over the pot.
So basically this one's done. You can fill in the back here.
You want to just repeat your design through the back.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And then what you want to do is make sure you fertilize this when you're done. So you can either use a slow release like we've got right here, or you can use a water soluble.
And the slow release, is it granular, Phil?
Yes, it's granular, and so you want to just sprinkle that a little bit in your soil as you're planting.
Okay, I'll grab it with my gloves here and just sprinkle it in.
And then make sure you water your plant good. A pot like this will probably need to be watered about every other day if it's in the sun. This is a sunny location pot.
Fantastic. Thanks. Great advice, Phil.
Thank you.
And if you want more information, go to our website, thedenverchannel.com, and look through the grasses here, and we'll have a link for you right over to Designscapes, Colorado.